right, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all the viewers of the Beacon Satellite. Welcome aboard to a place of information and fun. It's MC Zoki, the official host of this Beacon Satellite, and I'm having here my guests. And tonight we're going to be talking about information blended with fun, just like you know, that's our motto. In case you have not subscribed to the channel, please get there, subscribe, and hit on the notification bell so that anything we drop, you'll be the first to get. And of course, tonight, we started yesterday, we were talking about LASA elections for 2025-2026. We are still in that. The roadmap is still moving. And of course, tonight, we're having the nominations ongoing. And with me in studio, I'm having two beautiful mamas. I don't know if that is correct. Torariwa children, only two beautiful mamas.
Yeah.
Mama mom. Yeah, so I'm having them in studio. And we informed you earlier on that we're going to be talking about last election. These are the two aspirants for Mama LASA Lira University 2025-2026. And before we go on, like I've introduced myself as MC Zoki, we need to know them. I'm going to be starting from my right. Mama, please let the people know you before we can continue. Thank you.
Yeah. Once again, good evening, and thank you very much for this great opportunity.
Uh-huh.
And by name is Abonyo Jackline from the Faculty of Education, doing Bachelor of Computer Education from the clan of Arakuyogweng, born of Amolata district.
Good. The clan was Arako Yogweng.
Yeah.
Mama Gweng pay with. Because, being an MC, I've always attended very many functions. Kajo wori kakayoba, gong beretie, kanyi ta hertienia kani ukalo we. No imakita bimza bigi kalo gini we ko dingo. So angyo ilao. Ning tieme inene bin kergwen studio. Anyway, on my left.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good evening to everyone. My name is called Auma. I'm from the Faculty of Medicine, doing a Bachelor's of Science in Community Psychology and Psychotherapy. A year one student. I'm a typical Langi from Apache, Akohoro Sub-County, Awila Parish. I'm in Omongsel. I come from the clan of Oyima Rukwari, and our town is called Honorable Tony Ayo. Thank you so much.
Thank you. One fact I've loved about you people is okay. It's not a fact I've loved, but it has just reminded me. You clan. There's a time I first did rap in your clan. Tingo loko kunuko beda beto. At least compare with two. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having here Auma Monica and I'm having here Abonyo Jackline, all aspirants of Mama LASA 2025-2026. Now we're getting into serious business. And my first question is going to both of you. And I will give the question. The answer will start coming from this side. We are in for a debate. So at a point T, I'm going to give them ample time to ask themselves. You without said there, please. You can also drop your questions and we shall get to answer your questions right after. Now my first question is, I want to ask this question in Lango. Because now if I ask it in English, I might use very heavy words. Ngo tu guru chunyi metamone. Karning o ine bin riet yeni. Ichung nebero Mama LASA Lira University.
Kwenye tutwan, apenyi nebera penya baya tutwan. Atikere jama pola ameumia umia bere kere chun kere midi ni abi na chun mebero toro tin kwan Malira University ama bere gine now. Me achel atiam tamoni ka obera ber nyo kalang bino gena kere tela teni ya beru toro. Me achel atiam iti adwogo Gil Megil president or learning lemon bara ni presidency from the guild office. I'm not been when you board na board association na kene nyo young at Martin kwana kena meti Lira University do kwene board la association me LASA mana chelen me ario atieno kere mirini kanyongo twere otin kwana mobere gino langi te twala mebere Mama LASA atia tamoni tiutino kenda mabere gini nao. Ame pe tie gini association mengo nyo yirionget motin kwana mabere gini nao Lira University. So kanyo kare bino romo jote chwala. Abino teach kere teho na moro dushu kere twer na moro dushu. Meluongo tino ni ame pe gini association. Atelo ke gialor achala bala toro. Ateme yogi gina bibere mo in association. amemiyo kelo note kere ber bedo otin langi Lira University.
Mono Jamario
Basically,
Pangoni Gin but those are the two main things that
just
really too good you need to come for the rest. Now I want to correct one thing. I'm also a prominent member in Lango, so I know much about Lango. There's nothing like Langi. Couple put better lang, Katia Chel put better lang. So come be going langi, Kacham and Mike particularly, we never take on Luangi. So no better. So let's use Lango as Lango. Back to Jackline.
Yeah, thank you so much. Me hosting an kan. Ana neno bagi no tuguru chunya me chung me telo yu tin lao me Lira University. Chalo batorugi. Tu borra tela pu bero ginanyen borra. An ka okoboni tela. Nwa neno ba chunya nute koboni miera tim gino pire. Pangyo ka oba numio adonyo ke ye kere dad kere gino me koboni atini do miero benga tela kweno. Yen ikuona loro kanama nyono do miera bera tela. So Auma shame jo bedi igala nyo ana be bedi gialangi ni apola tete aneno kita jo gine kere jo beru ke kara chel ichunya dati winyoni achalo bana bonja kudi miera kato achung kere joni atel danka kanoro men mutuni tela mumbin ngechoro me tela manu pien abedi yonge te gina party conference apo pad workshops metal to pad ngeche mu miacha we ko na ngut ka kano chalo ba dimma sho bang penya yeni abina timi gini kere kiti iti muningo so gina machela mede mi yakatu mechu anena ni winyu peka jo kere concern gi aberu gina machela mana tero pien an patela tela pira kena eta telo chalo ba uti juan chalo ba team pien kayini bera tela pe tiu ken pien eno miyo tuwani kere jotia winyu ni welfare tuwani ke vice chairperson nu neno ni mama petwerti kene miriti kere jo kene cha ka oko ka mi tuwot kwen na bor miriti kere jo kene etu ka mi tuwot kwen na cheggi miri ti keni aya ene neno da kaina ndo wani parliament nu jotia Paul tuwani ke president tuwani ke ministers aya Mario ginumia neno ba atwer chunga to neno atemi tukelo initiatives apo part ite rionge rwani mewe ho char wani lao mewe ho kubere wani ki hotela mukende kony wani lao kaka natiye uchor wani wana ko chate wani yo pol kar rong maru nyero wa etete neno ba ka jo gena kere kwigi neno ba ukelo wani kina po part ya bo wani project apo part mekelo chene chiyon tinangi pe manu kiken anti flexible kaka no kiken chame sports you will find me in the field so aneno ba ati kere gindang sports activity sport ministers tuneno ba we to engaging one different sport jogi kailera kan etuneno ba yore no wurwani da wurwate wani ke lasa me chambogo ati ya adosa group me chamo ko ni lasa me chambogo tiaro ati ke lasa me makere en kur ginda wan me to timo enu kani no dan Lira University me we ho char wani dang lasa benoro ken agin chegira pol eto pichawo wa gikagani
Mapoya. No ginuta ni anga. Kana no peye ni koda bowling ngara cheli akino kuirana kono ba jonde juwore. Ken gine timi to tiyo, kati ngo ena me to tiyo. Yini timi to ni, tin la me po choy dong choy. Ente me to ni e not jo kar lo nyuri ja ke choy jo not. Undu juwaru ni yo leng. Okay, I would ask. I know you have a lot that you're going to bring on board, but we are going to wait for the open air campaign and the debate, which is scheduled for Friday, and we shall bring all those. But this is just a quick question that I would like to ask, still to all of you. Yeah, LASA has a constitution, and I know as a leader, before you come into aspiration, you must have taken time to look for a constitution of a certain institution, read the constitution very well to know what it is. I would like to ask you that just state for me two roles of Mama LASA at Lira University. What Mama LASA at Lira University does is different from what Mama LASA at Chambogo does. So I just need two responsibilities of Mama LASA Lira University as stipulated in the constitution. Thank you.
Thank you once again. Your question is a very good question. Now, you're saying me about teacher Mama LASA, like roles of Mama LASA within Lira University.
Yeah.
Marchel, I think that's according to me and according to the constitution, right? Marchel, Mama LASA nyongo toro. Me irionget Begalang Lira University. Me achel Mama LASA miro bed ngata me obedo marujo. Ilemu te bora about someone who is loving, like a loving mother. That is the first one. 2, Mama LASA miro bed ngata me is a flexible person. When I talk of flexibility, it's very ready, metibu. Ginor kiken, let's say, Torbier Bengata Meramo, Tukadilu, Kai debate, cultural gala, Nyotukogoga, like a flexible person. As a mother, Nyo Toro, Nyo Mama LASA, Miri teach menanani association, Nyongo Iryonget Melao, Iberi, like in all aspects within the university. Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully, you also read the same constitution she read. What are the 2 roles of Mama LASA?
2 roles of Mama LASA. My child as a teller, made tell Tino. Your mar blaming Toro most of the time, Gaginority man, as a teller, made tell Tino, just a leader. A tigueno, pe worro beyond Totere. So, as in a mebere Toro, you return me take men and money. The team, you have to be committed and you have to be exemplary in everything. Ginodu chamedi timo, kairi timo ginomianeni, ginamedi timo tia wood kiri, ginamo association wani miri young wani miro. So kara beto, you're making sure you, as you said, roles of the Mama LASA, you have to be committed at any time, and you have to sacrifice your time because Beratella is all about sacrificing. Because time or can could be ginikerigina mite, Hazatella. Chunyango, you have to have empathy. I mean, feeling for some people. You say, no, let me decide and leave this and this. Because Petikito and I nitwatele mitikana romani ni pay. Haka Mario, chalo ba yitoro mirben ngata me jolo je kare dusu. Mirben ngata chunyo. Pengu tinga tore kana kari ku bed by dago ngato. Pengu tinga tore kana ni because the beru toro. Neno ba chalo na kaiti pashu. Kaidung tiano tino no yinna ye nywal. Akari do atini mo tieru te merra ningo. Yirindi temi take mena no ningo ilo kedati. Mira pengu te
Now, I'm asking both of you. You know, by chance, Kerigum, in 1975, very Papa LASA Lira University. So I had the chance to read the constitution. But all what you have stated, probably the roles of Mama LASA. We did go uno team. Litoro, tin pa mi tell your. Can you Muno uno team? Well, teacher Mama LASA. So I asked you to go and read the constitution of LASA Lira University to know what Mama LASA will do. I'm being on a fair ground. Good. No, I wanted to give you quick questions for each person, starting from this side. Apenya ni tiene. Angyo kay better tell. Wang do job need a requirement. What connections do you have that can push LASA further?
Connections
A man on your LASA. General connection, whether you're connected to a shrine or what, so long as it's a connection. What connection do you have?
I'm not connected to the shrine. Well, I'm not connected. But
yeah, that was an example.
Yeah, it's an example. But give like currently, I have a brother who Peggy Berugina working in the Ageroni Kaku Berikade, Chalabai now Beratin now. Kaku Berikade, Chalabai now Beratin now. Whereupon you are New payment again. To get connections, not to part, you're telling me when I put part. Not very true when you go to go. Tin last university, Chani to Konya Roman. So at work batch India then still push last somewhere.
So please, bro, if you're watching this, LASA Lira University will be looking up to you if Jackline goes through. So can be nobody please spend all body for going LASA Lira because cow spotting, you cannot do a majority connected to it's a privilege. In Pegama opinion, make it a part. In a situation whereby LASA executives are organizing an event and the event involves a lot of other activities. According to constitutional LASA, there are always around 20 executives. In a case of around 7 executives, John Badio Konegin Petit, in a charity team.
Boy, my take. That's the scenario question, right? Now, according to me, you are Chalabalan, I don't kaketi lao, you're young at more lao Medera University can again. One, cut your executives, you kind of join, but you out of the 20 as you've suggested, like let's say 5 of them and the remaining 15. I may pour John, but the habitual kind of John, but one, in case of any activity to go through my and finances later, right? As an executive, me require pulling in, chain, right? Before it budget to be the first priority should be what? Finances, right? Me, I tell about kind of where there is a gap. As a mother, you should come in and what? Rescue the what? Or fill in the gap. Kokiti, jotera ibatu to me a para. As executives, telling your like 50,000. A man 10,000. As a mother, I should come in and what? Fill in the gap of the 40,000 to make it what? The 50,000, right? Then two, Kaiberu Toro, in such a scenario question. One, the second one, Nirbetere connections, right? If need be, you need to give calls to people that you trust can help you what? Financially. One, I have an uncle here. He's a dean of management science and he's also a lecturer at the university. I can talk to him since they're now bedunga. Lao, mom. Take on your work because now we are bit can and there's no way we can raise money. But it doesn't mean we should not include them in the what? In the budget. Or doesn't mean they should not attend the what? The gathering. Okay,
right? You are trying to look at this John about the name only in the line of Johnny Kwan. But in the situation where the budget is over 700k, 700. Let me be point wise though. Clear ni. Kaji wa mortie, always there's a bit of credit. Now, anyira ni ame miti executive tu nyira bongwen. Nyira bisi alo koni gin pe tedo, gin pe bino kana teda tina ngatoro. Pe boto orang ngatoro. Don't ka nyira dek. No. Just
okay, in that line of young or bad, I understand. Out of the 9, Abishal acquired but as a mother, you should socialize John. In case John Abishal acquired at least know you have some other people and maybe you can talk to and help you come and do what? Be in the kitchen and help you.
Like non-executive, right?
Like non-executives. Because there are people, this person like Jackline, but she's not among the executive. But you can talk to her as a mother, depending on how social you are to your colleagues.
And now as we get to the climax, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so because the battle we are in, if you have not subscribed, you might end up missing. In 1 minute, I'm going to give you people a chance not to criticize. The criticism should be in a good way. You're going to just prepare one question for your core, but that will be after this question of mine. So when I'm asking this question, it is going to both of you. Please, you be preparing that question. And my question is, that challenge you have seen in the regime, which is ending in around 2 or 3 weeks, because the current regime is ending in around 2 or 3 weeks. That is if we have handover by the end of this month. Spot for me one challenge you have seen in this regime. Tell me how you're going to address it. Very simple as that. Let me start from this side.
Yeah, thank you. As we go around right now, most of the challenges that you are crying of is all about being president, whatnot. But to me, I looked at that wasn't a big challenge because the leaders did their best. But it's the candidates that let us down. So to me, I feel like the big challenge is lack of commitment. Kawana nani karemegala, tinlangameti Lira University. Population is the half of the population. Not going back and participating in Ghana. They were so few. That means, how am I going to engage them? being a leader is all about influencing others. And you have to get on the ground, you inspire them through different activities so that all people come back on board. Then we get together. Then that will go in that issue.
So your challenge was lack of cooperation and commitment by LASA members
Yeah,
or LASA executives?
LASA members.
LASA members.
Yeah. Because we never specified whether executive or the LASA members.
Second question.
Thank you. Now, according to my own observation, I don't want to criticize any of the outgoing leaders. I don't want to criticize anyone here, but there was numbers of challenges people faced, ranging from issues to do with the bill government, ranging from the issues of subscription. Yeah, but me, the major challenge, and I know the outgoing LASA leaders it was about subscription. Because when you look at Balechani Wanamenoti picking forms, may I tell you go to someone been what proposing and you're been what seconding, but you get to realize this person subscribing to what to the association, right? Now, as mathematical interest, may what you need to pick like 6,000 for the two people. Because now subscription typically at the head, right? You need to pick 6,000 for these two people, propose and seconder, right? So according to me, I think that would be the first thing I will do. You come as Mama LASA. Because now, we are going to have new sets of what? Freshers. Maybe during that time of orientation, that is a humble time, making people to do what? To subscribe into the what? Association.
Thank you. As Papa LASA 1975, I've always been following LASA leadership very well. And there's a point you people are all talking about. So we're going to get back to that later. Please let me take this opportunity to allow you ask yourselves. Please, like I said, don't criticize for bad, but you're allowed to criticize. Thank you. Ask Monica just one question. Pick your best question and give to Monica. And then Monica, tell me.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Monica, why you for this race? You need to get out. So, Chalobai in Toro, Chalobai in Yatibichu. Because as the teller, and then it's not all about as a teller, me along bed carrying out, Kinana no triggering you. So, ever since you joined the university, what then you be able
I hope the question was clear.
Yeah, it was very clear. Yeah. According to Jackline. Now, it's if I name Monica and I in Lira University. I think that is your point of stand now. One, I need to be very clear to you. Now, when we joined, that was in August. Me personally had a challenge because I joined when I was pregnant. And you know things to do with pregnancy. I'm sorry because you've never been pregnant. That is if I'm right. You know things to do with pregnancy. And that very semester, I was operating from home. You don't expect a pregnant woman, maybe you know, a natural girl. That is one. Two, you don't expect someone who is pregnant to come and what? Make porridge. Because you know how pregnancies can be, right? But me to myself, it can remain, issues, to maybe reduce. Me personally, I want to borrow LASA, and I ask him what is going on in the what amount in Langamete Abinuchu. Because I had Noti Oko, Lima, and some other person, right? I consulted a LASA and asked him, Papa, how far with no Jome Atiabitu Meberu, no? Ngati Bitu Meberu, President Ametia Yai LASA. And of course, he gave me Lima. But to my surprise, even Sarah, Mama LASA, I went to her and I asked her. But to my surprise, John Bishano Tiabitu, most especially Oko, no permitting the criteria, maybe to Mabero president. So at least I contributed by going as far as Ukenya LASA, Mama LASA. There's a few people. I also communicated with them because I wanted to know this person, Ameta Abitu as the president.
Thank you.
My answers are.
So your question was, ever since we joined the university, what best thing have you done for us? And the answer is, our contribution is going to inquire how the environment is. Are you convinced?
Yeah, but not really. But go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because I don't want to hurt you here about the
Of
data.
course,
So if I start
one
hurting
for you
you
can
there,
unlock,
yeah, that's
and
it.
security guard me stidi wani committee later work at chalo do kalu enyor to kan an pero mo tina na ngagere do
That's why I
penga.
say you go ahead.
Okay, something, one best question. I mean, you know me, Jackline.
Oh, thank you so much once again, Jackie, for coming to this phrase. I'm so appreciative because it takes Natoro to take maybe no more can get water, and that is how politics is. But I just want to ask you something very small because you're my friend, you know that, right? Unity being to Achalabala to Achalabala. But according to my own observation about the person, he seems to be someone who is very short tempered. Ask me why?
Why?
Because Jana and Jyoti have been in nominations. I greeted you, but you never responded to my greeting, right? Unless I didn't hear you well.
So far you have
So,
already asked like
no,
three
I'm
questions.
coming into one.
I said one question.
So, in a scenario, I'm worry more. In the bed, Mama LASA chan, worry more, or Yashi Pokera Tinoro, my university can. But I didn't have to require responsibility. When you're not a yash kerena, how are you going to handle such a person?
Sure, you talked of being short-tempered, but when you came, you told me discussing with other people. When you greeted us, I said yes, but all that mine was, yeah, but I responded to your greeting. And for the issue of being short-tempered, I don't think that can describe being someone short-tempered. What you see, because you greeted me and I felt under to respond, that is true that I'm short-tempered. Go short-tempered when I trigger you like, Monica, you're doing this, and then there's a way you react that's being short-tempered. But maybe that one you can describe it as negative attitude towards someone. Who's short-tempered is described in a different way. Yeah. So that's what you asked. So you asked me when your son, yeah, as the mother, mothers we should have strong shoulders. Yeah. Because when your boy is pregnant someone, then the person has refused the responsibility. Furthermore, there's no, you have to take up because there's no way you're going to leave your daughter just to die. Come in and rest and help your daughter. I have an experience where a boy impregnated the daughter of someone. Then the boy ran away, never refused everything. But the mother had to step in, provided everything. And now the boy is healthy. There's no way I can go ahead because someone who has refused. Lucy.
Thank you. Kariana kwero. Ango kiasa elabo.
Yeah, because we have so many boys nowadays they refuse.
It's not healthy for you. And you fail totally to take up the responsibility, right? Now, as a boy, because you know a university setting like this, when you're dating, but this was a faithful girl to you, right? And you know very well that you're the one responsible for the pregnancy, right? Me, like according to me, Jackie, I'm not trying to criticize your answer, right? But according to me, I would call this boy like he's already my son, right? And try to talk to him. If totally has failed to understand, I would go as far as because Jackie at a university setting like this, you know, dushu ni you will not pay katini with the diapers. You cannot do that because you're also a student, right?
But Monica, should I tell you one
Let me
thing?
first finish, please. Because it's a university setting, pay it because you're also a student, and you know how life is. Right? But to some extent, you get it, but not with everything. Because pregnancy comes with a lot of responsibilities attached to it, right? Kai Baruto, you have that motherly heart. Yes, I know. You can help buy few things for her, but there's a lot that a mother is supposed to do for the Hayat. Starting from Hima Chama, going to the dressing of a teen, Likom is also involved, right?
Thank you. Give me the medal now.
And like you call the boy, but you reach a point where a boy may refuse totally, and we have ever experienced this. someone warna him kote ko bari anapa ya kenya bring the evidence. We have seen such scenarios, and as the person, not all that. Okay, mirini do pech over in life. You have to accept and be contented with what you have. When I've provided something, those and probably not all pregnant women were provided everything at when they were pregnant. So I can provide the one I have, and then you be contented. Still, as long as you produce someone who is healthy, because they can't give you everything, as long as even the parents are helping.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about, but I would just want to say if you have any question for Jacqueline and Monica, please get to the comment section, drop your question before we reach Friday for open air campaigns. They will have responded to your questions. Like I said, I was only going to give you a chance to ask your friend. So I believe that is the best question you could ask your friend. So I'm not giving you some other more chance, not until you come back to the studio. Now, as we get up to the final wrap up, I'm going to ask you one question and then I give you a chance to give you last words to the people. The question is this simple. Kakono in pedong uyeri to yer Monica. Iye tikere Monica. Kaye tikere Monica. Tikere ningo. Ido kwanka nyinge Monica ke Jackline ya.
So, kapenya meti penya mubaya. I've ever been in a race. And this one I'm seeing it is something. I've been in a race with a boy, and it was a tough race. That way, so for the penalty, it was the very question asked. So, how do you don't tell? You can going through, you ain't going through. There's a way. Copper politics will leave it behind. Because right now we are in politics, but there is now that time of developing association. So
So the question is iye tikere Monica.
of course, as a association, you have to have this if you want your association to be good.
Okay. Monica, kau yer Jacqueline, iye tikere Jacqueline.
Apply my tag. In your politics, a win and lose game. Kai winning, that is good for you. Kai losing, you accept and blast it. But I'm a channel Monica. I can accept to work with her because I see the competence in her in other fields. You understand? But I'm not trying to do it to criticize me and Karama Belima, Mama. But that is in case because you ask me, I yet is Jacqueline. Yes, I can try within all my possible means to make her one of the executives in Young now. Like sports because I see her very active. Like Guayadil. Am I right?
Monica position.
Param, because but I don't know her.
Okay. Bueno, timbaro ya kare ngata karo kare ngata porano pay. Last but not least, you're going to use 1 second. Sorry, not 1 second. You're going to use 1 minute to give your final words to the voters and to everyone who's viewing this. Just 1 minute. Please, let's start from this side.
Thank you. Thank you once again. Apo I want to show about here, Mary Young at Tinla Malera University. A chalaka na hanina komokere, Angelo Auma Monica, a better nyajo Oyima Orukori, Pashuatia Kohor. In fact, a better for Arbor, the late Milton Obor. Aja, why you? Otin lounge shameti young at man melasa. Ni temuni te home or dushu. Ita trusting unan kede leadership no tela mebedo. Ngata tele we mon young at man. Pianatia nanani kede wun aramot wera tit chala balato. Why imagine?
Why? Jacqueline, copy my geeky.
Boy, you might take programming at a boy book and predon at in my rap wing. Ginako batek pair polish awani in chawa putia duong and appear low one at duong. And to Ginamaqua you work a chunya bear, kere molo, acquire the quiru, metu metal to romerio meti. Again, near biti you in this and meet a lobo kere chick, chick mary young. Why you know?
Why my tag? Anna kopatieni tia kwa yu bolo no kui mebedo patron melasa Anna te kuerni awile lasa van moi lasa porro eka Mama LASA abe wile gi Mama Kate mebe kagino nyal give what a bear. But ladies and gentlemen, that has been me, MC Zoki, and Auma Monica, a Mama LASA aspirant, and Abonyo Jackline, another Mama LASA aspirant. We still have the open air debate, the open air campaign and the debate on Friday. Please come along. The venue will be communicated. Eka cheng bolo kiri ambitial. Temtek mena nibini bolo kiri tingasame inyoni round tel kakare. See you when you see me. Bye bye.